Can you start from scratch and become wealthy? You can, without a doubt. Being wealthy does not require coming from a wealthy family. You need not even be the most intelligent person in the room. Many people have the goal of becoming millionaires, but only a select handful ever achieve that goal. Success in business, however, is not as challenging to achieve as you might believe. It's nearly impossible to become wealthy if you don't work and don't accomplish anything. However, if you have the required passion, qualifications, and perseverance, you can make your first $1 million. There are many bright minds out there, and yet they cannot escape poverty despite their many ideas. Why? For the simple reason that their thoughts are still just that, thoughts. Ideas that are not accompanied by a concrete plan amount to little more than ideas. You can't save or invest as much money as you'd like to if you're constantly dipping into credit cards, loans, and other forms of credit to cover monthly expenses you can't afford. However, if you choose to live thriftily, you will almost certainly be able to enhance your wealth very rapidly. This in no way precludes owning a vehicle or going on vacations in the future. It entails having sufficient funds to carefully consider your spending. So let's get started. Start by picking up a high-paying skill. A skill is considered high-paying if it increases the amount of money you bring in each month by at least $10,000. Why would you want to master a high-paying skill? Mainly due to the fact that there is no requirement to make a financial investment, and there is also no possibility of losing anything. Finding something you enjoy doing, mastering it, and then seeking out clients who require your services are all that are expected of you. Say you decide to work as a copywriter. This includes the authoring of advertising materials, marketing content, advertisements, and online marketing, amongst other similar tasks. When it comes to marketable skills, copywriting is near the top of the pay scale, allowing its practitioners to bring in well over $10,000 monthly. You will need to educate yourself initially, but there are a multitude of excellent resources readily available for no cost online. On the other hand, if you want to save yourself some time, you can always invest in a solid writing course, as well as a number of books on the subject. The next phase is acquiring customers for your copywriting services. You may, for instance, assist them in writing better website text. Your assistance in this matter will lead to a higher conversion rate for them. The internet appears to be the solution to all problems. Let's look at some online income generation strategies. There are a variety of methods that can be used to generate income, and learning how to make money online necessitates the possession of certain qualities. Here's a quick guide to some online income generating ideas. There are 5 different internet income streams. Make something, whether it's a blog post, a video, a social media post, or anything else. You can also buy and sell your goods and services through online marketplaces like Craigslist and others. Understanding how to code and either create websites from scratch or improving existing ones will be some of the most valuable skills in the future workplace. Develop your SEO skills. Reach out to various services and negotiate advertising deals for your networks or services. Take, for instance, YouTube or Instagram. Utilize these platforms to find leads and possibilities to launch your business. 2. Save your money. I have some terrible news for you if you tend to make hasty purchases. You need to get better at saving. The worst thing you can do after making your first income is to immediately begin spending it on anything that comes into your mind, regardless of where it comes from or how much it is. Considering the temptation, I recommend setting aside a little percentage of your salary for your lavish spending. The remaining money should be set aside or reinvested. Avoid wasting money on pointless things like tropical holidays. You should carry on living your current way of life. Avoid making hasty purchases right away. Create a new checking account specifically for your funds so that you can place them there. 3. Coming up with 3 ways to make money. If you depended on a single paycheck, you run the danger of losing everything if your employer went out of business. The idea is that having one wage will make it very difficult to become wealthy. This is something that should be kept in mind by individuals working in the business sector as well as the government sector. No matter how you reimagine lifetime employment arrangements, the traditional secure job of yesteryear just does not exist. Undoubtedly, Having a stable income and decent work are crucial, but diversification should also be considered. If you want to be wealthy, you can't rely on just one revenue stream. Instead, you need to have at least 3 different streams of income. There are several ways to put money to work in today's world, including buying and selling stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and commodities online, starting a blog, and selling or trading collectibles. Alternately, you may use your spare time instructing others in a foreign language via a computer, renting out property, and transforming it into an Airbnb or anything similar. 4. Avoid taking on debt. When you have outstanding financial obligations, regardless of how wealthy you are a servant to the financial institutions that hold your debt. To meet your financial obligations and keep up with the cost of living, you will likely need to get a job, possibly one you despise. Avoid borrowing at all costs. If you want to establish a business or make a creative project, but you'll have to take on debt to accomplish it, you should put your plans on hold. In order to avoid financial risk, wait until you have enough money to cover all of the project's expenses before getting started. The bottom line is that cash can be used for either good or evil. To put it simply, it's a resource that we use, nothing more. We are in charge of determining how we will put it to use. Consider its impact on your life. What purpose does money serve for you? How much happiness and worry will it give you? What positive and negative effects does money have on your life and the lives of those around you? Invest time and effort into developing yourself after you have a sufficient amount of money. Then, take action and lend a hand to others. If you want to make positive changes in your life, it's time to stop with the reasons and start taking action. Nobody will carry it out on your behalf. Finally, make investments. When you first start making money, it's hard to resist the urge to blow it all on frivolous things. There's no problem with this. However, you should deposit your additional income in a different account and not include it in your total income. Instead, you should simply think about them in terms of new investments and not take out any outings right away. Do not limit yourself to concentrating your efforts on a single investment at any time. Rather, diversify your holdings. To avoid risk, spread your investments out. This entails purchasing multiple shares rather than just one. If you proceed in this manner, even if one of your bets is unsuccessful, the others should be successful, allowing you to limit the amount of money you lose. It's extremely unlikely that all stocks will decline at the same time, but this does not mean that it cannot happen. The risks can be managed effectively by the implementation of portfolio diversification. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate it. Click the subscribe button down below if you wish to transition from the life you have right now to the life you truly desire.